Okay, in our last tutorial, we had a player character, and he's able to move up and down, just like that, in 5 different positions. Today, we're going to make an NPC character, so let's do that. Let's make a new scene. I'll have it other. Have a kinematic body 2D. It'll come with a sprite. We're going to search up timer. Let's make sure it is a child of the parent node. And then we also need a collision body and also an area 2D. All right. For default sake, we're just going to have it set to the citizen.png. Let's call this timer lifespan. And then we also need to add a collision shape 2D that's a child of the area 2D. So let's add our collision shape 2D. We want it to be a circle. So we want it to be a little bit smaller. So let's make it, that's perfect. And then so one thing we can do is we can take this same one and copy it and paste it in here. Sweet, we're getting there. Okay, let's rename this. We want to call it NPC. Save. Save our NPC. I had an old one because I've been doing this over and over, but I want to perfect this. So let's make sure I don't have any. I think I might be able to overwrite this one. Overwrite. Awesome. Okay. So we have this. Let's add in a script. Let's then also call this a hurt box. Okay. And then we want to signal when something enters the hurt box to the parent node. We'll keep it like this for now. And we also, well, actually by default, we'll just have it delete. That's what we want our citizens to do, but we'll override it for the alien. We also want to connect the lifespan, just so we don't constantly have tons and tons of, because we're going to be spawning them in the future, and we don't want them just piling up as the game goes on longer and longer. So, and we'll have the same thing happen there. And let's save that, and then we want this to go to our inspector. We want it to auto start. We'll make it one shot and say 5 seconds for now, and then save that. Okay, let's go back to our script. So we don't need this ready function, but what we do need is we want it to make it exportable so you guys can mess with it and get a speed that you like. We're going to call it speed, and it's going to be equal to 8. And then we want to also have a variable velocity equal to vector, excuse me, vector 2. Save that. All right. And then we want to call the physics process system, since we're moving a kinetic body and collision shapes. So we want our function to have a velocity of vector 2. And then we just want to affect the velocity to make it go from right to left. And we can do that by doing velocity is equal to minus equals 1. And then we can go and say velocity is equal to velocity times, not times, dot normalize, normalized times speed. And then we want velocity equal to move, collide, velocity. All right, and that will make our NPC go from right to left. So if we go in here now, let's just say we added our NPC into our scene. And then we just get to view it so we can see it right there. And just hit play. Oh, we have inoperative int. Oh, not X. I didn't do that. Oh, okay. So let's stop that. We have errors every so often. There, as you see, as it hit the player, it died. So normally I wouldn't be doing that, but I also added a hitbox already. So all you have to do is add a area 2D, call it hitbox, and then just have a collision 2D. It's the same shape as this collision 2D that we did previously. So you can see it. These two are exactly the same, and it's a hitbox. And that's what all you'll need for this tutorial. Okay, so we're missing one thing in this script, and we want to give it a class name, and we want to give it a class name of NPC. So if we save that, now we can inherit these traits in our future non-player characters. So we have our citizen and our alien. So let's inherit our scene. Oh, as you see, it still has my the ones that I have messed with already. So let's just delete those just so those don't cause problems for us. We'll hit save, and then let's inherit the scene. We go NPC, and then we need to rename this. Let's do our alien first. So save, and then we want it to extend the NPC. Okay, and the one thing that we want to extend. So all this code is unnecessary. The only thing that matters is this function right here. So instead of Q3, we want the alien to get the parent scene, so get tree, reload parent scene. All right, then let's override sprite that we set and do alien. And then one thing we want to do for our alien and for our citizen is make it 3 times bigger. So we do that. And then let's test this out. So we don't want an NPC. We want to have the things that are inheriting it. So let's add our alien. Save that. And let's I need a 2D view. Let's put it here for now. And we'll hit play. And boom, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. All right. So we can choose to also create the citizen scene. So we will do that. So let's also inherit. Let's call it citizen. And then same thing. We don't need to override anything right now, but in the future, in the next part of this tutorial, we want to override the same function. We will do the Q3 part, but we're not worried. We want to do more than just that. So for now, they'll just die, but in the future, we want to be able to have this script ready, and we want to overwrite it. But let's test that. Let's also make our make them 3 times bigger. Let's get our world view. Let's move this alien just a little bit off the screen. It'll come to us. And let's add some citizens. So you can hit control. Oh, but I have to rename it. Hit Control D. There we go. And then you have them. So now we have 3 citizens. You can just move them. Let's just move them in front of the player, just so you can see. And as you see it, they'll run into it, and then we restart. That's we're getting there. We inherited these, as you see. They're able to use those functions, even though inside their own script they don't have that Q3 function. If we also tested, and we went and we made our alien and put it over here, and since we have this and we can make the speed 1, we might be able to see, let's verify. So yeah, it is one shot, it's auto start. Let's just do 1 second. And then these all should inherit just 1 second of lifetime, and everything just disappears. So we're not restarting because we're not able to hit that alien. And so, as you're seeing, all these, even the citizen disappear before it hit the player. And that's exactly what the benefit of inheritance is we can change the overarching thing, and it'll affect our other parts, but it can also be a double-edged sword if we're not careful. But if there's going to be shared functionality across multiple nodes or scenes, we want to use that. If you enjoyed so far, please like and subscribe. If you want to give me any feedback, please keep it positive. I am trying my best, but I'm new here as well. But just leave a comment. I'll be sure to message back. And thank you so much. Have a great day.